And here we are for part 2. I thought I cleared enough space on my phone, but apparently I was wrong. So this is going to be the second part for the reading of When You're in Love to Stay. So for part 1, we talked about how you're embodying this new energy, this chariot, right? Your intuition is back online, and not only is it stronger than it's ever been, but this is making you feel as though you are larger than life. It's helping you to remember that you are larger than life. And this energy that you're in is also helping to awaken other people. They're seeing you and the energy that you embody, and they want that for themselves. And so there is a sense of you are inspiring people to sort of mimic the energy that you're in. And you fake it till you make it with that expression. I feel like that's very similar in terms of our energy. If we can, in terms of shifting, in terms of energy shifting, right? If we just, same thing with manifesting, if we act as if we have the thing, as if we already have it, then it will come to us, right? So that's that energy that you put other people in, where they see your energy, they want to be like your energy, and so they're mimicking in a way that is, they're very inspired by you. And so this is creating that ripple effect that I talked about in part 1 when I saw that pebble dropping in the water. And so this energy that you're in, you're not only helping. My communication skills today have not been the greatest, apparently. Have been helping to awaken people, helping to illuminate their own light within themselves. But you're able to do this because you've let go of, there was some trauma from the past. And it was really making it feel as though life was really difficult for you. Although you had achievements, you felt as though life was chewing you up and spitting you out. You felt like life was just kind of beating you over the head. You felt as though you weren't able to move forward in the ways that you wanted to. And you felt as though you were being perceived wrongly by other people. And I feel that your passion was turning into frustration because all along you knew who you were, right? And now you have stepped into a place where, with the encouragement of the full moon, we went through the healing and the purging. And now that we've stepped through the new moon energy, which went peak yesterday, November 23rd, now you have been able to remove the mask and look at it and give it the love that it needs, so that when you release it, you're not only just casting it away, but it can't return, because you've shown it so much love that the pain from the past, it can no longer get to where you are. Like the doorway that I saw, where I was like, you fill up a doorway, it's like nothing can get in past that, because you're so large, you take up that whole doorway. So anything from the past, it's not going to come back through that door, not in the ways that you've healed it for whoever I'm speaking to right now. So you can go back and watch part 1 if that little nugget interests you. I'll put it in the description for you so you can find it. We left part 1, my phone cut off right as we were getting our closing message from the Finding Inner Peace deck. I did get one card slide out of the deck right before we cut off. So I have it here, haven't looked at it yet, but I am feeling really compelled to look at the bottom of the deck. And it's the 10. It's the 10 card. It has always been within. That came out, okay, in part 1, I said that. Go to part 1. I told you that happened. Getting ready for the reading, that card came out. And it came out with unbecoming. This has been breaking the illusions, the misconceived perceptions that other people have of you, that they forced on you, that you took it, you embodied that as your own truth. But like I said, you took that mask off, right? I'm hearing the song Mask Off. Take the fucking mask off. I don't know the rest of the song, but that's what I'm hearing. Like, you took the fucking mask off. So 10 energy is right here. So this affirmation is, everything I need is already inside me, as it always has been. So we talked about that in part 1, and I talked about the significance in the 10-10 energy that's happening today. So part 1, we're going to go ahead now and find out what's the actual message that came through. Before I do that, I love the way that 10 was on the bottom of the deck, because right when part 1 cut through, I was still shuffling, because I was like, I feel like there's another card that wants to come through, but it wasn't coming out. So I stopped shuffling, and it's right here. I love that. I thought there was going to be another card come shooting out like a nunchuck because I felt that energy. And I just needed to stop shuffling because the message was right there. Number 10. Okay, but the affirmation to close our message for today is number 2. So the numerology significance, the synchronicities from part 1 are continuing forward with part 2. Before I read the affirmation to you, I feel that this card is connecting to, back in part 1 when I talked about the channelings leading up to this reading, the number 10 card came out. We talked about that, and then I shared how right after that the unbecoming card came out. And unbecoming is a card that talks about unbecoming everything that I am not. Those societal illusions, the perceptions of other people. Just removing everything that you know is not you and standing authentically in who you know you are, right? And I get very similar energy from this card. That's why I wanted to bring that up. So going back to getting ready for this reading, we had the 10 come out. We had 13, which gave me 4 energy, right? And that was about unbecoming. And now we have letting go. And this is so significant before I even read the affirmation, because all of this has happened because you let go, because you took off the mask, you looked at it, you sat with it for a minute, you held space for it, you had the conversation, and you said, you know what, I love you, but you gotta go now. And you released it, and it left. It's gone for good because you not only let it go, but you healed it properly. And the affirmation for this message is, now is the time to let go of everything that no longer serves me. And in part 1, I did pick up some water energy from that chariot, and you can see lots of water action happening there. And I'm also actually going to be heading down to the beach myself pretty shortly. So some guidance there as well. Spend some time near the water. It's very healing for you as well. And it's going to help just to remove anything remaining, any little like bits and fragments of this healing journey that you've been going through, because sometimes like healing doesn't mean that we're perfect. Okay, we're always healing. And so you've done this work, you've healed this, and every once in a while something might come up where you might start to be like, everything's so hard, it's so challenging, but you're gonna catch yourself and you're gonna be like, nope, no it isn't. I'm letting go. I am my authentic self. I am my full femininity. I am my full embrace. I keep hearing feminine embrace, and the word embrace has come through in several of my readings lately. So there's a message there for someone about embrace, just embracing who you're becoming, embracing this energy. This is so powerful compared to the energy that you have been in the past. The trauma that you have been through really has made you feel as though you couldn't move forward and nothing was coming in, but you've let that go now. And going back to what I was saying is, although you've let it go now, every once in a while something might come forward where you might even doubt yourself. Like, now is a time for intentions and manifestations. In this new energy that you're in, again, you're not perfect. So although you're in this energy, every once in a while it might come to you where your ego comes to you to tell you that the manifestations aren't coming, you're stuck, you're not moving. But you're catching that and you're saying, you know what, that's not me, babe. I know what is, I know what isn't, and you can't stand in my way anymore. So I truly hope this message found who it was meant for, because this was so powerful. Just realize now the color in those cards, because I'm like looking at you and not the cards. Bright and shiny. Keep singing your tune. I love you. Keep doing what you're doing. You've got this. Keep going. Like and subscribe, like and comment if this resonated, but also subscribe, and you'll be notified when I post next, and I'll see you in my next reading.